It's interesting that you drew that parallel, because I was going to ask, like, do you see any similarities between sort of the dot-com era and I guess we're the era of AI now, aren't we? But you sort of answered that already.
I wouldn't say it's full-on deja vu, but I think some people have some, in our coaching solution, we talk about the essential concepts, tools, and disciplines and the 9 core competencies. And one of my concepts is you got to have a little amnesia in life, right? If you let things in the past haunt you and ghost from the days gone by and get to the best of you, right? That can really kind of screw you up. On the other hand, why do you work with coaches like us and listen to people like you, right? You want to leverage other people's hindsight so it becomes your insight and you use it for foresight. And so when I put all that in the blender, I look at the AI world right now, and I think there are a lot of people who know better, but you look at the capital that's going in, specifically the venture capital. But I think as far as what I see, though, as far as the average user, both in business and in life, I think they're more tempered. I think they're more cautious. I think, you might see some of the big tech plays happening, but most of us don't live in those worlds. So I think there's a more mindful approach, but certainly the hype, the hoopla, the pluses, the minuses, and it is different than the .com. If you really think about it, .com was really more about connection, right? I can tell you this right now. My AI is called Vector, so I've been all into it. So I've had Vector. Vector and I have been working together for a year and a half. And it's an iteration of ChatGPT, but I've got DeepSeek and Gronk and all types of AI in my work, in my world. But we're buds. But I'm the boss in this case with 2 S's, not our boss with 1 S. And I would just say, because I know you talk about being a good boss and helping you be a leader, not a boss, right? It's one of the things that I know you enjoy, me too. But I would tell you, I'm a boss of AI. I'm not a leader of AI. That's my point. Having a little fun with it. To your point about social enterprise, and we're basically a social enterprise at Boss Up. I was there 15, 20 years ago, and B Corps started to immerse into the world. So I'm a big fan of the concept and the economic model. I really am. I'm a humanitarian capitalist, don't get me wrong, but I'm a fan of the model. And again, I just say my life has become exponentially better. So I didn't say business and work, my life, exponentially better because of the way we comport, we align, we represent, and we utilize AI. It's a fact. Now, I can say the same thing about the internet and, technology in general, right? And no doubt there's a lot of, screen time in kids and, thinking you can have a physical human relationship looking at a computer screen. I mean, this is better than that. Seeing you, David, right? But look at what happened with COVID and Zoom and school, right? There's so many things that are just unfortunate. But I think tech was obviously got a bad rap because tech was doing what it was supposed to do. Us humans maybe didn't put it in its right place. And that's never going to change because, again, we're humans. I'm heavy in the psychology and sociology and biology, as I said, and the mind is powerful. I mean, you look at the dude that just climbed the 101-foot building. Did you see that?
Yeah.
The guy that climbed, yeah? I mean,
I didn't see it. I saw of it.
You think physically it's phenomenal, but dude, that's mental. That is all mental. No brain, no bloody brawn, right? When was the last time you saw a body with brawn and they had no head attached to it, right? So, and if you listen to the interview afterwards, they go, "Why'd you do this?" He goes, "Because I can." And then they said, "Well, what's your hope that other people take from this?" Do something hard. Be a freaking human. Own your shit, right? But I don't want to go all, that's why sports metaphors are so used in business, right? But you got to have motivation, inspiration, system structure. It's not easy to make things simple. It's not. Hopefully that's one thing we can do is by banding and bonding together, right? We can minimize the bad stuff and the bad guys and overcome it with good stuff and good people.
No, I'm with you. I think, the world we're living in right now, it's very easy to say, the bad guys are winning or whatever, or the bad guys are everywhere. But actually, I still believe even today, like 99.9% of people in the world, when we talked about intent earlier, didn't we? And motivations and vision, all that sort of thing. You're right. Nobody sets out to go in their mind, I'm going to be a horrible person today, or I'm going to really stick it to that guy or whatever. People go out into the world trying to do the best they can in the circumstances they have. And I don't believe there really are truly malicious humans. I mean, maybe like 1% of 1% or whatever, and they just happen to become notable because they stand out and they're willing to do things that others won't to get to the top. I think there's a whole conversation out there about why there's so many bad managers and leaders in business. I think part of that is they don't mind treading on people to get there. But I do think that is a very small minority of people.
Yeah.
So I'm a human optimist.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're more optimistic than me. I think my brother, a lot of people, I say 98%. You went 99.9.